Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. This is George from CrossFit ASG. I'm actually at home today. I'm about to go back to the box in a bit, but I thought I would do a little periscope on the art of scaling. Look, my hands look massive. Ooh. So the art of scaling. Now, in CrossFit, we have the whiteboard. In CrossFit, we have the RX. And sometimes these can be a little bit divisive. And so what I'm trying to do with this periscope is help give you some tips and ideas of how to maybe review what you do when you go into workout, and to realise that scaling is really, really important. First of all, whenever you go to a workout, the reason we scale a workout primarily is to keep you safe. Now I know Cy Gardner has just joined up. How you doing, Cy? Give us some love. Tap, 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 tap. So that's not very nice. So scaling is very, very essential for long-term progression. I'm going to explain why. First of all, scaling, we scale stuff down to keep you safe. That we need to keep people safe in the gym. CrossFit is based on an acronym of MCI: mechanics, consistency, and intensity. Now I know that wasn't you, Si. I'm not sure who that was. He's been a bit rude, but that's all right. People, we can all have our opinions, eh? So we've got to get the mechanics right, then we've got to get them consistent, and then that's when we can raise the intensity. So the mechanics are all about how we move. So for instance, if someone has got limited overhead capability, getting them to do multiple snatch is not going to be a great idea. It could put them in danger. So ideally, we need to keep you safe. You've got to look at a workout and be honest and see if you can technically do it. If it's multiple muscle ups, then that might not be in your wheelhouse, and that's okay. We've got to look at the workout and see if we can technically do that. Also, if you're doing a movement and you're doing it wrong, then you're going to be practicing a bad movement and creating bad habits. So for instance, if you're doing a wall ball at 20 pounds and you're not quite hitting the depth and not quite hitting the height, then you're just practicing it and you'll be making a bad habit for yourself. So what we then need to do is look at how we can actually get the best response from a workout. So I'm going to enlighten you on a little story of during the open. So if you look at 16.2, it was toes to bar, double unders, and a heavy squat, an ascending squat clean. Now, the ascension of those weights went up dramatically. The first one was at 60, the second one was at 85, and I think the third one was over 100 or 100 or so. Now, I personally looked at that workout and thought, right, I know I can do 60, and 85 is right near my limit, so I'm going to have a crack at that. I know what kind of score I'm going to get. The toes to bar and double unders, no drama. Got through those, got to the cleans, and I've got to the second set of squat cleans, and I couldn't manage one. So I got the score I thought I'd get. Now, a couple of days later, I then did the scaled workout. The scaled workout was knee raises and single skips, and it had squat cleans on an ascending scale with descending reps, as did the RX version. But I got all the way through to more or less the finish. So in the first workout, I did less than 8 minutes of work. When I did the scale version, I did 20 minutes of work. Now, there are two parts to this. This was a competition. This was the open. And I wanted to affect my score in the most positive way, which was get a lower score in the RX. But I got a better response from the scaled version because I trained for longer. I trained under less duress. I was able to concentrate on my technique and really nail down through my squat cleans. And as a response, that actually gave me a better workout. So from that, if you take that idea and you take it into your box, don't feel like you're selling yourself short by scaling stuff. You're actually giving yourself more of a chance to have prolonged training, have prolonged improvement, and also it can be a more positive experience. If you keep on going doing the RX, which is at your threshold or beyond, you're going to beat yourself up. It could be it could end up being more negative than positive. So really, like I said, scaling is an art. It keeps you safe, but also it enables you to train long term and have long term improvement. So don't look at it as a weakness, but look at it as a skill to develop your CrossFit journey and develop you as a healthy athlete. So I hope that's been useful, despite some of the slightly abusive comments near the start. Thanks, Si, you legend. If I'll see you later, if you come into the box, I'll see you then. Otherwise, go and enjoy your workouts and have a marvellous day.